My name's Matteson. I'm from San Francisco. About 7 years ago, I did one of these in Boulder, where I was living then. And I gave myself a very difficult topic. I'm going to convince you all that bonds, yes, bonds, the financial instruments, are awesome. So hold on, this is going to be awesome. So let's start with the U.S. Treasury bonds. You're like, is he serious? I'm up here and I'm serious. So this is what they look like. Holler if you've seen one of these. Okay. So they're actually a popular gift until like my generation. So I think like my great aunt was all about these. I'll tell you why she was. I'll tell you some history a little later. So this has a face value of 1,000. Someone paid less than that, and then they got 1,000 later. They earned interest during it called coupons. They're great. It's a good gift. It's physical. It's safe, it's money, it's wonderful. So let me get you a little stat while we're talking about this. Talk about market cap. Bond market is 37 trillion, and the stock market has a market cap of 21 trillion. We're talking twice the size, but you never hear about it. So maybe you should hear about it. We'll give it a little attention tonight, we'll learn some history, and we'll all get through this. It's gonna be great. All right, so what's a bond? Why are we doing this? Okay, so there's this nice bridge. How do you build a bridge? So they needed $35 million to build a bridge. And what do? You issue a bond. So here it is, right here. Some human in San Francisco or anywhere in the world went and got this bond. And they gave money. They get their money back. They get paid money over time until it matures. People drive across the bridge, pay a toll, and these people get their money back. So bonds are awesome, because how else are you going to build a bridge? All right, so then moving forward, we're going to do, I'm going to tell you about baby bonds. Now you're like, okay, I've heard this. Why have I heard this? We're going to jump way back in time. It's the Great Depression. The government needed $4.8 billion. Why did they need it? They wanted to make jobs. Jobs cost money to pay the people. Where do you get money? You issue bonds. That's awesome. All right, but how do you issue $4.8 billion in the 1930s? Well, you sell them to everybody. So you make them really small so everyone can afford one, whether it's a nickel or $10,000. It used to be just banks and rich people could buy bonds and have this nice asset. But now everybody could. And then go to World War II, and it's an expensive war. So the American our independence cost $100 million in war, and that was expensive, but World War II cost twice that every day. So how do you get that? Bonds. And that's a great way, because the government needs money. Well, there's one option, you can print money, but that's inflation. You don't want that. The government can freeze accounts and just take your money. We saw that 2 years ago. That's not cool. They can take, yeah. That's happening. That was 2 years ago. So you want them to buy bonds, because if you buy bonds, you're taking money out of circulation, so it's anti-inflation. So it's this great solution to pay for things. So now we're going to talk about, wow, here we are. So that's why bonds are awesome. You'll have them in your retirement. Oh, okay. We're back. So this is all stock in the red, and this is all bonds in blue. This is what your retirement account might look like, because you don't want high-risk stuff when you're trying to retire. So you're depending on bonds. They're made of funds. Sometimes they're from companies, like Apple issued bonds last year, and somebody's building a bridge today. So bonds are pretty awesome. Oh, we got manual slides. Cool. I'm Matt Matteson. Thanks for following through history with me. Bonds are awesome. Have a good night.